Moses now joins us on the desk for sports, and it seems like the NSRBL season just begun, but now the Jays are already fighting for their lives.
Yeah, time flies, doesn't it? But yes, the Border City Blue Jays kind of struggled later on in the season, kind of backdoored their way into the playoffs. Of course, they're hosted provincials, so got a lot of things in mind. But yes, tough test against the Meadow Lake Sox. After losing 8-7 in Game 1, the Border City Blue Jays were looking to extend their 3-game series against the Meadow Lake Sox in Game 2 at the Legion, with the Sox up 1-0 in the second. Jays look to answer back, but Craig Warren strikes out Colby Fields and then says see you later to Brent Bowman. Still 1-0 Sox to the top of the fourth. Check out this catch in foul territory by Curry Carlson. Falls forward but still makes the grab, move to the home half of the fourth. Jays looking for something to hang their hat on. A slip up here by the second baseman gives Clayton Ermel enough time to beat the throw, and that sets up this. Carlson doing it with the glove, and now the bat. The 2-run shot over the left field wall gives the Jays the 2-1 lead. Top of 7, the Blue Jays with a chance to close it out, and they do. Getting the ground out, 2-1 is the final. Jays tie up the series at 1 game apiece, setting up a deciding Game 3 Tuesday in Meadow Lake.
I'll be honest, I don't even remember what kind of pitch it was, so just got lucky, I guess. It felt pretty solid, so it was, yeah, definitely a pretty good feeling. Our pitchers have been doing well. We've been playing pretty decent defense. We just got to get our bats going. I mean, 2 runs tonight we're lucky to get the win, so we need to get a few more there on Tuesday.
We knew it'd be tight all along. We kind of felt like we snuck one out last night, and coming in here tonight with them, we knew they'd be coming out strong for sure, and they did. And it was, again, a very tight game, and we came out on the wrong end this time.
All right, looking at other games that happened last night, Unity Cardinals and Lloyd Juniors. Well, that game got delayed, of course, with the rain the night before, so they played it last night, but the Juniors fall short 3-2, which means that series also goes to 3 games, that one on Monday, and Game 2 of the Lloydminster Twins and Kindersley Raiders. Of course, the Raiders shocking the Twins in Game 1, 2-1. This time the Twins got their bats rolling. 11-1 was the final. Game 3, we'll have more on that in just a second. Move on to the other game as well. Wilkie Brewers playing all their games in North Battleford. Some problems with the Wilkie field. They win this one 7-6, forcing a Game 3. All the series going to Game 3. The distance not too bad. And speaking of which, we showed you about the Twins score, 11-1, forcing that Game 3. Well, they play Game 3 tonight at Legion Ballpark, 6:30, taking on those Kindersley Raiders. Now, UFC 149 is 1 night away with 11 fights on the card. The opening festivities in Edmonton, of course, Mitch Clarke enters the UFC octagon for the 2nd time. Matt Schumont got hold of Mitch before Saturday's tilt.
Mitch Clarke returns to the octagon for the first time since suffering his first loss back in December at UFC 140. Leading up to his fight, Mitch says he's had an incredible camp.
I went to California, trained with Brian Cobb and Cal State Wrestling Club, and trained a bit. Went to AKA, Dethrone, Millennia, a couple different places, and then came back to Edmonton, trained here, and then did the remainder of my camp at the MMA lab in Glendale, Arizona, with Ben Henderson, Jamie Varner, Efren Escudero, John Crouch, Joe Riggs. It was a really good training camp.
Facing Anton Kavain, and Mitch has made sure he's prepared against his opponent, who is well-rounded.
More than anything, I'm looking to stop his scrambles and win all the scrambles, set up, takedowns, ground and pound, and submissions. So
months of training have gone into this fight, and it couldn't have been done without the support of family and friends.
A lot of people have been really supportive for this fight, especially family-wise, girlfriend, friends, everything. They've really come together to help support me for this fight.
Less than 24 hours away, Mitch is amped, but isn't going to let the nerves get the better of him this time around.
I'm pretty excited. I know that I'm going to be able to put on a really good performance, I think, this time. I'm looking to embrace this whole situation, so I think it's going to be a good time.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
Now, to become a chuck wagon champion, you need skill, speed, and a little bit of luck more than anything. More than anything, though, there needs to be a solid relationship between the reinsman and his runners. Emmett Murphy explores what goes on beyond the track in this week's edition of Inside the CPCA.
Might have company with Ross Fisher in the middle of the racetrack.
Chuck wagon racing looks effortless for drivers and horses, but the Fisher family knows better. Ross has been driving for 8 years, and his wife Tanya spends hours every day getting the horses fit for the races.
Stretching is something that's going to tell you if they're ready to run, for one thing, and just like all our athletes, like you'd never see an Olympic athlete go without stretching.
Being fit means more than just physical preparation. It's about keeping positive energy.
This is a team sport, so barn crew, horses, everyone has to feel good.
Getting everyone to feel good can be a challenge.
When one horse is upset or agitated, you can see it in all the horses. So as you start to work on this horse, you can see the rest of the horses in the barn start to drop their heads and start to relax because they feed off that. They feed off each other.
It's amazing stuff. You see huge results in horses. Even after they're harnessed in the barn, she can go in and not even touch them and just be in the barn and work on them, and you can see that they're all looking around. They can feel the energy.
While Tanya has all the answers in the barn before the race, she relies on her husband to help with the post-run diagnosis.
It looks to be Ross Fisher and picked by Dave Collins. Yeah.
I have to listen to Ross because I'm not the one out there dealing with him. So if he says, you know, this horse is coming around the barrel shuffling, as opposed to bending in his barrel, it's a good indication that he can be tight and sore anywhere through here, not giving him that flexion.
Emmett Murphy,